Alright, on the bench there's a Cobra 148 Night Watch ST. This is actually, I have to say, it's the first Cobra 148 Night Watch that I've ever worked on. Lots of other versions, but not this one. So, not that it's much different from the Chinese made 148 GTLs, other than the ST and the Night Watch. But this one here is coming in for full service, recap alignment, etc., etc. But also, this one has an issue with the volume and squelch control and slash on and off switch. So this one here, squelch wasn't working right, as well as the volume wasn't working right, and the on and off portion, which would be the center shaft there with the volume, was the on and off portion of it was kind of intermittently working. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't work. Sometimes you'd have to go all the way forward, come back, and it would click on and off. So looks like at some point it took a tumble. It fell, and then somebody straightened out the shafts, because I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but it is slightly tweaked. So yeah, it's going to need a new switch. But there's the problem. This version of this switch is pretty much unobtainium. I looked high and low. I mean, unless you have a parts radio, which I do not have a Cobra 148 parts radio laying around. And I don't have one with this style switch that connects to the circuit board like that. So, yeah, unless you have a parts radio, you're not getting that switch. So I'm going to have to find one from an older radio, an older Cobra 148, maybe, that I have laying around here. I got a couple of them, but I don't know if I want to pot them out just yet. Another option would be to try to find this switch, in a different style. So what makes this unique is, so you have a 100K pot, but it's a B taper. And then on the back side of that, which would be the outer shaft, is a 10K pot with an A taper or audio taper. So I can find, not many, but I could find both B tapers, but I couldn't find one with a B and an A taper along with a on and off switch in this particular style. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to basically eliminate this board and run all those wires to each of the different legs on the new switch. Not a big deal. That's how the old 148s are done. So just a matter of retrofitting this, making sure the wires, I'll probably end up taking a picture of this and making sure that I'll just follow the circuit traces to the correct parts on the potentiometers. That's basically it. Shouldn't be any problem. But yeah, I searched high and low for one of these switches, and I just cannot find one. Lots of 50, double 50K. Lots of, I saw 100K and 100K. But finding one with a 100K B taper and a 10K audio taper, A taper, it's just pretty much impossible to find. So, yeah, I put one on order. Super expensive, but it is coming. And then I can proceed going forward with the recap and alignment and, doing the usual I do to these radios. As far as I can tell, it is a working radio, other than the fact that the switch is a little wonky. So, all right, I'm gonna wait for that switch to come in. For you guys, it's gonna be pretty instantaneous, and then yeah, I'll take it from there. All right, stand by. All right, well, the switch is in. Here's the original switch. You can kind of see the center there. It's just bent just ever so slightly. So it definitely took a tumble. And the shafts are just very, very loose. But yeah, I cut the wires for the potentiometers as flush as I could, and retrofitted in the switch. It took a little bit, but it's in there. Yeah, I had to make sure, because of the night watch, the bracket that holds the ribbon cable that goes through for the night watch kind of sits, the screw kind of sits on the bottom of this, so I had to make sure that that screw wasn't touching one of the terminals on the potentiometer, the front potentiometer, which is the squelch. So yeah, I had to kind of space the switch out a little bit, but in the end, everything is working. It is facing the right direction. Volume is working properly. Last time I had, when I put it on originally with that switch, not only was the squelch not working properly, but volume wouldn't completely shut, completely go to zero. It was still pretty audible. And that on top of the fact that, it wasn't switching properly. But at least now it's, it's working right, and volume's working right. It's working as it should. I feel like the switch was really expensive. I had to buy 2 switches. I couldn't, the person wouldn't just sell me 1 switch, so I had to buy 2 switches, but even still, I feel like it was, very expensive switch, but, sometimes you just have to, deal with it, I guess. Sometimes your hands are tied and you just have to, go for it. But anyway, it's fixed, so. Alright, let me proceed on to recapping this and aligning it, and then, yeah, we'll do our usual tests with it. So, alright, stand by. Alright, well, the radio is just about recapped, but, of course, it's missing down there. It's kind of out of focus, but it's TR24. Yeah, right there. Well, it's very rare when I don't see one that hasn't been removed, but I've already repaired a few radios for this customer, and I know that he would want that put back, get that modulation looking good and sounding good. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a transistor in there. But yeah, all right. It's the only thing I really noticed that was wrong with the radio. So, all right, stand by. All right, radio's all done. It's working great. So I put back in. You can see TR24 is back in there. Yeah, I got that modulation waveform looking way better. Radio sounds good too, as well. But anyway, get an S9, go into it. Alrighty, yeah, minus 70. Okay, here's your caps. Your switch, of course, it was retrofitted in. So, yeah, there was actually had one leaking cap. Forget where it was, but it was over by one of the either test point 7 or test point 8. It was hidden by that hot glue that's there. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just starting to leak. But anyway, yeah, there we go. Let's see what she has for sensitivity. All right, minus 90. Let's turn this up. Sorry about the tone. The tone's gonna suck. Minus 110. 13. Sorry about that. This is real world tests. Yeah, I call it almost minus 114 dBm, just about. So that's a really good listening radio. And the only thing left to do now is to put this on the RF meter, and we'll see what it's doing for power. We'll see what it looks like on the scope as well. All right, stand by while I get that swapped over. All right. Before, your needle was pegging all the way over to the red and just smacking off the stop. So I don't know what happened, but there you go, right where it should be. All right, like just under 5, right around 4 on the bird. Audio. Yeah, this is one of the things I do like a lot about the Chinese 148s is the fact that you do have VR 501 here, which is your AM modulation, and you can control that. So there's really, honestly, no reason to cut out TR-24, in my opinion. So yeah, this is definitely a benefit to having one of the Chinese 148s. And actually, in TX transmit, this is out of all the 148s, this is the better modulating of all of them. It's just a fact. I know it's a Chinese-made 148, but that's a fact. That's a true fact, that these things modulate better than any other version of the 148. That's not an opinion. That's fact. The meter and the oscilloscope shows that. So anyway, audio. All right, let me get this on the service master here. All right. Yeah, right around 18. That's a good waveform. Sorry, this thing's drifting off. But get a two-tone. Yeah, 18 clean watts. And again, that also has to do with that 1969 final. But even still, these Chinese models outperform any of the other versions of the 148. All right, let me get a two-tone test here. Hopefully that will, yeah, everything's up. Okay. Sorry, my bench is messy today, but yeah, right around 18. Yeah, that's going to be a good transmitting, good sounding radio on the other end, no doubt about it. So yeah, anyway, let me get this on. Let me get this thing out of here, and then we'll do our normal tests. All right, stand by. All right, we're on channel 19. It's on the dummy load. See how it sounds on the other end. Testing 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Testing out this audio on this Cobra 148 Night Watch ST sound tracker. I think this radio is sounding pretty damn good. Yeah, these 148s really know how to modulate nice and clean. We got what, like 18 watts? Nice clean 18 watts. Yeah, this radio is really modulating well. Yeah, we got ourselves another great Cobra, another great sounding Cobra 148. This one's a Night Watch ST, sounding really good. Yeah, sounding really good. I think the customer's going to be happy with this one. Alright, let's put this on the antenna and see what it sounds like. Well, we already know what it sounds like. Let's see what's going on out there on Skipland, and hopefully we'll get a radio check. Alright, stand by. Alright, it's on the antenna. See what's going on.
Keep them happy today. Man, do whatever you can to keep them happy.
Everyone's gonna ruin it.
For the first hour out here before I keyed up. I got dozens of them irons out there. I think hard drive. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. You know, I mean,
you're sounding mighty good down here in Missouri.
all right, 193, take it easy. Out of 9. Seattle woman. Channel roll.
Oh, yeah, we're doing good down here, man. We're doing good down here in Missouri. No problem. You take care of yourself. Be safe, mobile, and out there.
Copy 451, Jackson, Mississippi.
320 Boston, Massachusetts, waving a hands. 320 Boston, Mass. Anybody got a copy on me? 320.
Hey, 73, take care. Have a good one. That station up there in Maine, go ahead. Romeo Golf 222. Negative contact on that main station, Romeo Golf 222 off the key.
320 Boston, Massachusetts. Anybody got a copy on me? 320 Boston, Mass. Waving.
3710, yes sir, I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's try.
Yep, that's a good radio. It's basically, 857, same as the 857, all barrel mode. They tend to get a little warm.
Back to AM. 320 Boston, Mass. Waving. 320 Boston, Massachusetts. Waving a hand.
You don't need no big dope. You want to get somebody I got down.
Yeah.
320 555 in the Magnolia.
I hear you, 555 in the Magnolia. Hey, how's this radio sounding? I just worked on this Cobra 148. Is it sounding good on your end?
Sounding real good on my end. 555.
Yeah, thanks for the comeback, 555. 73s to you. Moving on. Try,
That's good. Yeah, we used to do MERS, multi-user radio service, so 151-940 for a long time. Best out of all the ones that you've used so far. Really, it's good.
Alright guys, well, I'm going to end it here. So this video isn't super long, but there you have it, a Cobra 148 night watch. Ready to be put back into service, and good service at that. So thanks for watching.